I am going to talk about how to have waste-free homes and businesses and some great ideas to save you some money and help with the environment. So I'm Marie Knutson. I'm with Republic Services, your local waste hauler, formerly Allied Waste. And first I want to show you a little video about what we're dealing with, how wasteful we are. So this is a truck at one of our transfer stations. Doing its thing from all of the homes. This is just one truck. These are going all day long dumping trash. And if you look at our trash, this is from the book Garbology. In our annual trash, we have 4.4 pounds of trash per day from the average American, which at least it's down from 7 before. They found 19 billion pounds of polystyrene peanuts, 40 billion plastic knives, forks, and spoons. Ouch. 28 billion pounds of food. Now, if we composted that, really? Enough steel to level and restore Manhattan. Enough plastic film to shrink wrap the whole state of Texas. And at our transfer station, there are 6 semi trucks that are there all day long, and they take all of that trash and they scoop it down a hole and it loads into the semis. And each of these semis has 20, but one of the things that you don't think about is refuse and rot. So those are the other 2 R's. So when you're going around and people are trying to give you things, do you really want to take it? Yeah, there's canvas bags and all kinds of pens and all of that here. Do you really need it? Do you really need that gadget? Where's it going to? Think about where's it going to be in about 3 months from now? It's probably going to be in a drawer, probably in the trash. So if you're going to take something, only take what you really use, like maybe a canvas bag. For rot, compost, please compost. It's really easy to do that. You can use your kitchen food waste, just put it in a coffee can or something, and you can either work with the local community garden, or it's really easy to have a worm bin, and I do classes in the spring with worm bins to get rid of all of that food waste that's from your kitchen, and you'll be amazed how much accumulates. When you think of that 28 million pounds of food that's going in the landfill, it really doesn't need to go there. So there's a really easy ways to take care of that. So again, when you're looking at reduce, looking at your packaging that you're getting, when you're going to go buy, let's say, granola. You're going to the store, you're going to get granola. If you go to a store like a Whole Foods and that, they'll have it in bulk bins. So you could bring a Tupperware container or a bag you already have and do it that way, and you're saving all the packaging of buying that box of granola off the shelf. So really look at your packaging. Paper products. A lot of the paper products come in shrink wrap, and you can buy them without the shrink wrap from an Office Depot. And one of my favorite ones is toilet paper. Toilet paper and paper towels. Especially toilet paper, if you buy it from, say, an Office Depot, then it's going to be cheaper. It's wrapped in paper. It doesn't have that cellophane outer plastic thing like the grocery store does. And so now you're not throwing away that plastic. You can recycle the outer wrapper from it, the core tube from it, and it's cheaper. So look at office supply stores instead of shopping at the grocery store all the time. And one of the things with reduce is it's a kind of a tough one, whether to buy in bulk or reduce your consumption. But if it's something you use all the time, you can buy it from Costco or Office Supply, and it's less trips to the store, so it's good for the environment, less car trips. Again, reuse, if you can find another use for it, you'd be surprised what you can do with some of the items. And like plastic bags, just rinsing them out. When you go to the grocery store and you get your vegetables in the plastic bag, your broccoli, just rinse it out. Take that back in your canvas bag with you to the grocery store, so you don't have to get another bag every time. One of the things you want to look to is Mario is going to be talking, I think, next. And the city has some good programs. And also Watson, be sure to look at their booth because they've got all the keys to get you through PG&E and to save a lot of money with your light bulbs and things like that. One of my favorite places to shop, Goodwill. Goodwill, St. Vincent de Paul, all those different places. It's okay to mix and match things. You can find all kinds of unique things. If you're having a party, you don't need to buy all new stuff. You can mix and match it from there, and you're helping a company that's helping others. We have one of the best farmers markets in Benicia, so definitely buy local. The other thing you can do is if you go to a restaurant and you're getting food from there, bring your own little piece of foil for your leftovers. Or if they have styrofoam and they put their food in the styrofoam, that's more waste. Try and tell your waiter, really? Always use reusable shopping bags. And I said about the farmer's market. And if you're at Starbucks, please try to bring your own thermos because you can recycle the lid and you can recycle the sleeve, but you can't recycle the cup because it's got a wax coating. So what can be recycled? We're really lucky that this Pacific Rim is right in Benicia, so there's a lot more you can recycle. And the more you recycle, the less goes into your waste. The smaller the container, then the less the cost, because they're going to charge you for your garbage on the size of your container. And in Benicia, you can have the little 20-gallon ones that are way less. So if you can reduce everything and get it into the brown cart, then you're saving money. You can recycle all your 1 through 7 plastics and make sure everything's clean. You can recycle your cardboard, your paper, any glass, and some of the other things you probably didn't think about that you could recycle is you can recycle the peripherals off your computer. If it doesn't have an on switch, you can put it actually in your recycling. So the mouse off your computer or a game console and that. We can do the e-waste for computer games and computers, and you can call for a pickup of that. But you can actually put the peripherals in your brown can. You can put pots and pans. Wear out, if they get worn out, just throw them in your recycling. It's metal. Most of the plastics. And another way to get rid of things in your home without it costing you is we have a door-to-door program for hazardous waste. So you can call us and say, I have pesticides that I don't want to use anymore. I have oil-based paint, anything like that. We can pick it up from your doorstep. So we set an appointment for you. We mail you out a bag. It's actually a hazmat truck that comes out and gets it, but we'll take it off your hands and it's one less thing sitting around your house. And we can make sure it's disposed of properly. We also have a curbside pickup for reuse. So again, the reduce, reuse, recycle. If you're going to get rid of something, instead of using the gas to go drive it to Goodwill, you can just put it curbside, call us, and we're going to make sure it goes to local agencies that need it. So that's a program that Benicia has, and Benicia is the only Solano County, and I believe Contra Costa, that has curbside hazardous waste pickup. So you guys are really spoiled, and Mayor Pattison did a good job in setting up the contract with us. So if you're a business, have you had an audit lately? So I can come out and do an audit of your business for free. And what I'm going to look at is what you manufacture and what your byproducts are. And it's amazing what I can find homes for, or find somebody else in the industrial park that can use your discards. So things like the burlap bags, we've been able to take a lot of wood waste and turn that into, put it in with their green waste carts. You'll notice that there's boards over there for, through Mike Kendall, we hooked up with Russell Woodworks to help get rid of their discards because they build custom shelving. We've had, right now I have a company that gave me a whole bunch of soccer balls that we're working on helping them get rid of. In your area, Dunlap Manufacturing had guitar strings and big spools, and all of those were recycling. So if you're a company, I can help you find a place for your discards if you just give me a call and I'll do a waste audit. Now, one of the things I'm going to look at also is how is your office set up? Is it easy to recycle at your office? Do you need containers for the desks? I can help you get containers for the desk for free. Do you have it convenient in your copy room? Can people just easily recycle in there? This is something else we can keep out of your waste stream. Brochures. My brochures are outdated. What am I going to do with them? I don't have room in my recycling bin. Call me. I'll take care of them for you. I'll get them off your hands. How's your break room set up? Do you have any kind of food waste available? Do you have recycling for your cans and bottles and that in there? Do you have real dishes and real coffee cups available instead of styrofoam? Do you have real towels so that people can wipe their hands or do the dishes? So there's a lot of ways to save in your lunchroom also. And of course, have you looked at the benefits that the city has? So that's what Mario is going to talk to you about with different programs through the city to help with your businesses to save energy, save you money, and help with the environment. Greening an event. Well, we did a lot here, I'm happy to say. If you're having an event, you don't have to have a ton of garbage from it. You really can make a difference. First off, have real plates and real dishes, which you can rent them. So Chairs for Affairs is one of the good places. You can set it up so it's food that doesn't have a lot that's food waste. And you're using recyclable napkins or maybe even real napkins. So the picture you see here is an event I did for a mixer. It was about 200 people, and that's a coffee cup next to the bag. That's all the waste we had from 200 people, and it was a full-out dinner. So if you use recyclable napkins, real plates and dishes, look at what you're serving, and make it easy for people to recycle, you can make a big difference. So there's some new state laws that are watching out for recycling. We were looking at the greenhouse gases through AB 32. That's where it all started. That was in 2006. Now in AB 341 means anyone who has 4 yards or more of garbage going per week has to have recycling by law. The nice thing is with Benicia, it's already included in your rate, so it doesn't cost you any extra to get recycling. So that's why I want to help you cut down on your waste. We're supposed to be at 50% right now. Benicia's doing really well. By 2020, we have to be at 75%. So that's not a lot of time. If we're almost at the end of 2013, by 2020, and it's only 6 more years basically, we have to increase it by 70%. So we got a lot of work to do. And one of the obstacles that we're up against is the regulations have changed in China for what they'll accept for the recycling that we're sending over. They won't accept anything that's not pre-washed and super clean, and they don't want strange things. So they've cut back and have actually sent shipments back. So we have to be a little more careful about what we put in our bin, just so people like Pacific Rim don't end up having a lot more trash on their end, and therefore a lot more trash that ends up in China. So again, the good thing is the more that we can divert by looking at what you purchase. Remember, refuse, reduce, recycle. Oh, refuse, reduce, reuse, recycle, and if you can compost right, it's going to be way less in your trash. And they charge you according to the size of your trash bin, so you'll definitely save money if you can lower the size of your trash bin. And think definitely before you throw it away. You'll notice there's only one garbage can here because we want you to think about when you throw something away. This is an actual audit I did on a company. This is their composter the compactor, excuse me, that came to the transfer station. And in it there was plastics, there was all kinds of cardboard, all kinds of paper, a metal tire rim. I can't believe they didn't put that in the recycling. Now, just think, how long is it going to take for that to break down in a landfill? How many generations? And the landfills basically are at full capacity in 15 years. They're not going to build any more landfills. So we've got 15 years to get to basically zero waste. So please think before you throw it away. Use the 5 R's. If you're not sure if you can recycle it, my table is right around the corner. I'd be happy to answer any questions. And also, if you're a business, please let me do a waste audit for you for free. And I appreciate it very much. Thank you for your time.